Hi everyone, clearing. Okay, this is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in today, and I'm going to start with what is the union space for you Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines watching. We're going to see what the union space is at this time. What is the most beneficial energy to be aware of? I pre-shuffled 7 times all of my decks, and I'm shuffling them 3 times here, so 7 and 3 again. All right, we have the Emperor, and oh wow, we got a couple more. So we got the Magician, Divine Justice, the Emperor, and Progress. Beautiful. So the Emperor is manifesting a justified new beginning under heaven, and progress is coming, is what I'm getting here. So yeah, keep going masculines, keep going feminines. This is beautiful. And I'm going to keep it simple with that today and pull a clarifier for each of the feminines and masculines and see what is it that the feminines in particular can resonate in regarding the Emperor manifesting a divinely guided new beginning, justified new beginning with progress in the dynamic. Okay, here we go. So for the feminines, what can the feminines get? Sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So this is also the womb chakra. It's our sexual chakra as well, and our divine channeling chakra. There has been so much healing on the planet regarding the sacral chakra of all peoples. And so this is truly a time to be doing what makes you blissful, feminines, and coming back into the natural, intuitive channeling of the divine and bringing creativity through in all you do. You are an artist. You are art. Your life is art. And if you're not living in that kind of a creative flow and expression, consider that that is a direction to be going. The divine is the most love-filled and creative source in the universe, and you are meant to be an instrument of that, to bring it into this dimension. Okay, so the masculines are getting 2. Divine feminine and magic. Magic is very much like this indigo card. So we have a divine feminine and a divine masculine card with magic a couple of times here for the masculines. The frequency of divine feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. So masculines, you're still coming into finding your emotional vulnerability, your emotional transparency, and tapping into your soft side. You know, this is the connection that you can be smushy and soft and safe with your feminine. This is divine. You can bring out that side of you and be completely safe to do so. And then magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that's required is our belief in their manifestation. So yeah, if you were totally safe, masculines, to dream on any level regarding this connection, what would you do? There is no dream that is too big. There is nothing that you can't imagine with this connection that cannot come into being. Seriously, this is the second time we've had this message for you, masculines. There is something to that. All right, let's get into the main reading. So what is it that the masculines are thinking about the connection? What are they feeling on the heart space for their feminines? What are they wishing at this time? What actions are being taken? What is the biggest challenge? one more time. What is the spirit-guided solution to that challenge? And what energies will be coming in for the connection in the near future? So the next maybe 3 weeks or so. Again, I want to say that real lives and real people are affected by these energies, and just because something comes out in a reading doesn't mean that's what's going to happen today. For many it will, but also take into consideration that once you get an idea, there are so many layers of things that need to come into alignment for that to actually manifest. So be considerate of linear time, everybody. And if you're feeling urgent, I want to say this actually, it comes out a lot in personal readings, but when we get the download, the magnitude of what this divine connection is, because it's so multidimensional, and we're getting the awareness of the potential as it will be for the rest of our lives, right? Energetically, that moment that is in linear time and space where we access the aha moment, it feels so big and so urgent because it's so multidimensional. We're not used to putting that in a zip file and getting it all at once and having our minds blown with the magnitude. So part of the biggest balancing act with this journey is tempering the urgency and the bigness of it. If you can bring those two elements into grounded, chill, it is what it is energy, no biggie, nothing different than anything else, then you're winning. Okay, so what are the masculines thinking about the connection today? Oh, the Four of Cups in the reverse with the Magician for the third time in the reverse. Yeah, so I'm getting that there's a little bit of a humbling theme continuing here, because this is a card that recognizes or remembers that they've rejected this love in the past, that they weren't ready for it. Look at that little masculine with his arms crossed saying, I don't know if I believe in mermaids. I don't believe in this magical kind of love. In the reverse, the awareness is there that it isn't too good to be true, that it is available and advantageous to accept this divinely guided cup of love. The Magician in the reverse is talking about not wanting to force things, not wanting to manifest things out of ego, out of pushing one's preference into the world. So there's a taking a step back here and understanding for the masculines that they manifested this in a way, but they also had really ultimately no control over it, that it was divinely guided. This is a divine love, and the masculine is starting to see that where they have thought they've had to manifest things with force and diligence and hard work, they're now seeing that some things are divinely gifted and in alignment, but they don't have to put the typical crazy amount of ego work into something for it to be real. So for many divinely guided connections, it was almost as though it was love at first sight. I mean, not almost. In many cases, most cases, I would say, that light above the twin was there upon meeting. And that disbelief is what the masculines are putting down. It defies logic. It defies linear time to be so energetically connected to someone that it's just like, oh, there they are. But the masculines are really balancing that out, and they're starting to see that they can accept it without it having to be hard work. I'm hearing right now, ironically enough, that a lot of the resistance, a lot of the staying in karmic situations is almost like a feeling of having to put in hard work in some aspect to earn the connection. So yeah, masculines, if you're in that frequency, I think you're coming out of it. It's kind of an interesting angle I've never thought of before. Okay, so what are they feeling for the feminine on the heart space? 5 of Cups. So there's a progression here. the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups. This is really starting to see the love in situations, starting to look at the magic in this connection. With the Knight of Wands, starting to realize that there is much more than meets the eye. I mean, not starting to realize, obviously there's been a profound connection all along, but the Knight of Wands in the reverse is maturing past just the lust and understanding that there is something far greater. This can be a lost love of the past, so masculines are letting go of any of the times that they have denied this love. I'm feeling they're really deeply grieving the past opportunities with you, feminine. So go easy on yourselves, masculine. There is a purpose to this pain for some masculines. I'm feeling there is a deep letting go of when they have messed up or denied this or not taken those portals of opportunity as they presented. You can't mess it up, masculines, and it has to come in when it's appropriate. So continue letting that go, continue doing that deep heart work, coming into the recognition that this is far greater than you once imagined. I want to bring up that magical thing again here. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move towards possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. That is available here. These mermaids on these cards, that magic, that profound nature, masculines, it's not in your mind, it's in your heart. It's divinely inspired, and you are coming into accurately seeing the potential here. I'm hearing a lot of feminines going, it's about time. But if you're totally honest, feminines, you have been rejecting this as well, so simmer down. Okay, so what are the masculines wishing? Wow, King of Pentacles. This is a stress-filled card a little bit here. Look at how intense his face is. Anyways, let's see. No, too much glare, too much stuff going on there. Anyways, he looks kind of worried to me, and he's really like intently staring at his pentacle, at his material realm, worried about what might happen, worried about, work. So for a lot of masculines, there has been so much ambition, but also they're feeling like, have they waited too long? Is it a little too late kind of thing? And it's like a feeling of needing to play catch up, either leaving certain work situations or feeling like they have to trade one for the other. Actually, there's a stress in this combination. I'm getting three very specific things. So the first one I'm getting is that current jobs and work, things the masculines have been putting all of their energy into in karmic situations and goals that they've been wanting to manifest. They have been focusing on that so intently that it's difficult to even imagine switching gears or blending divine feminine more into that picture because it's been so single-minded and focused. So they're kind of stressed about what that means. Do they have to sacrifice their existing world in some way? Where there's a will, there's a way, masculines, and divinely guided inspiration will come in and soften that if you want to include your feminine. There will be those portals of possibility, lots of throat chakra stuff going on. So I'm really hitting a tender spot here with the masculines, deeply fearful even about how to blend those worlds, the existing financial picture, the existing material realm setup, the established things. This is a commitment card, this is a husband card, this is a home situation card, and it's a long-term commitment. So there's a lot of energy having been put into certain things, a lot of work, specialization, and there's this idea of, will it translate to this new possibility that the masculines' hearts are pulling them towards? The second layer of this is, have they not put enough work in with the feminine? Will they be able to work on this situation? Will it be good enough in time? Will they find the solutions? And then the third thing here, because this is a masculine and this is a feminine, there's a collaboration available here. The feminine is busy working in her studio here or whatever and catching up. So the masculine is now starting to see how the feminine could be part of that. There is a harmonious teamwork energy here in the financial realms. So I know that many of the twins that I work with have similar gifts and talents and compatibility for excellence in the business that they could be collaborating with. So I'm not saying that that has to happen in all cases, but there is a compatibility here. So masculines might be thinking about the ambition and how working and teaming up with the feminine could be advantageous in certain aspects here. Lots coming in from all different ways. The mind is just spinning, I'm hearing. Okay, so what actions are the masculines taking towards the connection? All the lovers. This is the higher self-choice, the higher love, having chosen this love and wanting to go towards it. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. That is the love message, the love offer. So I'm hearing they're thinking about what they could say, writing a love message, expressing their actual love for you, feminines. They are really starting to understand that they need to be talking about this with you. They need to be showing you how they feel. I'm hearing stage fright now that they know that this is so real, that it is divinely guided, that it's not hard work, that it's kind of fallen into their laps and it's changing their whole world, their whole outlook, rewriting their future history. It's a lot of non-linear time and a lot of bigness and some urgency coming in for the masculines. Feminines have had that squeeze, that urgent feeling for quite a while. And now the masculines, I think, are really coming into it. So there is this bit of a, what do I say, when do I say it still? So I know, feeling into it, you know, masculines, I know you trust that it will be right in divine timing and that you have to do what's right for you when you feel it's right for you. So feminines, they are still trying to find that rightness to bring forward this love message. Just know behind the surface, under it all, you can certainly feel it and you know that this love is there, whether it's spoken or not. So masculines, take a load off and just trust. Keep deepening and trusting and understanding that you can ask for divine guidance and insight if you are feeling confused about what to say, when to say it. Start going to the divine, because that's going to clean up more of that uncertainty than you could imagine. That's a little bit of the hard work, the magician energy here in the reverse that's being let go of as the masculines settle into recognition of this connection on the deepest heart levels. Yeah, there is an encouragement to just relax and not make it so strategic, masculines, overthinking it. Feel it and follow divinely inspired magnetic pull to reach out to your feminine, to communicate. Throat chakra with that one. Okay, what is the biggest blockage or challenge for the masculines right now? Oh, passion. This is actually the card that we got for the heart space in the reverse, but this one is quite victorious. He's like, I'm hearing he's riding in the nick of time. This looks like a sunset, like the sun's going down on the masculines and they feel like they're running out of time for this passionate expression. Yeah, anxiety. So this is the second time here. It's like, how do the masculines even come forward? How do they redeem themselves here? They feel like they're running out of time and there's so much to consider. Because they've been so ambitiously going towards certain things, there's so much that would have to change, and they are really letting the anxiety affect them sometimes. I want to say here, masculines, the closer to light speed that you go, the more energetic it is, and then poof, hyperspeed, right? So just know that when you hit light speed, everything is illuminated and it will all make sense, but don't resist, don't avoid. what you're feeling here, keep going with it and ask for divine intervention. That's like the rocket boosters that get you there faster. Okay, what is the spirit guidance? Page of Pentacles in the reverse with the Page of Wands in the reverse. The spirit guidance is definitely start planning on reaching out. These are both in the reverse though, so pages are messengers. Lots of page and knight energy. The page and the knights are the ones that are sent out by the king and queen to offer messages, to do their bidding, to do their negotiation. The Page of Wands is the energetic one. The Page of Pentacles is in the physical. So make sure that anything you're intending to communicate as you wrestle your anxiety about passionately coming forward, really take it to that sweetness, the soul and the practical, and blend those things. So your spirit guidance is streamline your thoughts, streamline what you're thinking about reaching out to your feminine with into those terms: soul, embodied, in the physical, how to live your best, most free-spirited life. Consider that angle, and your feminine in that both of you are energized and supported and expanded into freedom by this connection. And how do you talk about that level of soul and flow coming in small ways in the physical between the two of you? So this is a dropping of the mind space rules and regulations and conditions and the boxes that you've been thinking in, masculine. Begin to open up those concepts, and if you have a very legalistic parameter for what you have thought this connection needed to be or how it needed to show up, challenge those in yourself. Really consider what those are trying to show you, and how could you bring more freedom and practical groundedness in instead of those rules and regulations that you've been clinging to so tightly. That is what the masculine is being asked to let go, surrender. That control. So the underlying card, the Emperor, this is reason. So utilize your analytical thought process in a different way, masculine, not to protect and hedge out, but now to unlock the puzzle and hone in this spirit into the physical. Ooh, good message. Okay, where is the connection going in the near future? Two of Cups, but it's in the reverse with Ace of Swords. So both twins are really dialing in, focusing on this love, really getting it through to the conscious mind that this is becoming, it is real, it is worth celebrating. I'm going to actually turn this in the upright. It is heavenly guided. There is a knowing that it's only a matter of time. So both twins are focusing on bringing that in. I'm going to pull a Starseed Oracle now to support each, the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, to the truth that's needing to be seen right now regarding the love. So for the feminines, what is the frequency that the feminines can focus on to bring in the love? Okay, adenine and thymine, duality, contrast, trust, and balance. Ooh, yeah, so duality talks about the particle theory of light. The unity is the wave. You are both feminine. It is not contrary to look at this connection as particles and a wave. That is the basis of it. There is so much love and light in your connection that you can look at it as synonymous for the particle and wave. So while you are two particles, you are one frequency, one wavelength, and you can harmonize in that. So trust it and understand that the contrast of the one particle and the other is only there for expanded purposes, for exponential co-creative power. It really is unlimited when two incredibly energized particles come together and streamline into that wave. And that's how you can look at it. You can do that whether you're aware of being in that harmonious wave or not. You're already doing it at a distance. So continue flowing in that, knowing, feminines, that there is an ultimate balance to the madness of this. When you think of yourself as simply a particle, that is separation mentality, and there is a aloneness to it. Just know that everything you're doing is contributing to the whole, the big picture, the culmination of what will be eventually, and trust very, very deeply in that becoming of love, the knowing that everything you've ever experienced with your masculine is part of the big picture. It's the prerequisite energy to bringing this love into full conscious celebration, is what I'm hearing. Okay, and for the masculines, how do the masculines see the truth in this love? And on the floor. Okay, rescued reflections, divination, intuition, and inner vision. Yeah, you've had this message so many times today, masculines. Ask the divine for understanding in how to deal with the stresses that might be involved with timing and your existing world, with how to word your love, how to share your love with your feminine. Keep asking for the divine to show you. You are being called into that intuitive understanding and interplay with praying for answers or heart wishing for knowledge, wisdom regarding this connection. You haven't been doing that enough, masculine. That's your connection to source. It's not by your power alone. It is your own understanding of your deepest truth. If you haven't seen the masculine support reading yesterday, this is the crux of it. This is the baseline. Masculines are coming into full humility and empowerment on the solar plexus, and it's connecting to the divine in such an elegant way. So any masculines watching this, keep seeking divine guidance and get really creative with your questions, so that you can you're only limited by the questions that you can formulate, because there is that spiritual principle: if you ask, it is given. So there is no question that will not be answered. And tap into your intuition, tap into your inner vision for that discernment of the answers. You are only limited by the questions that you haven't asked, masculines. And when we're talking about the Ace of Swords, that is the truth that comes from higher understanding. So kick it up a notch and really tap into that. If you're starting to feel this recognition and you're wanting to activate, don't fall into stress and worry and pressure, masculines. Work the puzzle by asking for that divine guidance. That is such a beautiful, beautiful thing to have come through. Okay, many blessings and love. Bye for now.